guys, I didn't see you there. In today's episode, we'll fix the bug crash thingy from Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And as you can see, I've opened some tabs. You know, I definitely did not open these tabs just to show you that I opened these tabs. That would be ridiculous. And yeah, you can see I did everything on the first site. There's no second site on Google. And basically, okay, what we do first is we go to IMDb. Here you have to register, click an account, create an account, you know. I've already done that. Then you go to the star. You go to number 2, you know, like the meme. Then you click this one. The blue star is important. And then you click to add to watch list. Okay, basically you need to also have like 60 hours of gameplay and 67% of game story progress in order to do this, like me, basically. And then you just create an account. You only create an account just for this game. And the interesting thing here is on Metacritic, you can on IMDb you can vote between 1 and 10. Here you can vote between 0 and 10. It's definitely not a 0, so you also have to select like a 2. You know, click this one. This little body right here. Okay, my internet connection sucks, as you can see. It takes a long while for this. Then you close this tab. Then you say here some people are like reporting on Reddit like the game is crashing, and here are my thoughts basically. Here is how you fix this game. Go to apps, your computer, and then you install it, including Uplay. I think you write that. I think that's how you write it. Okay, then you click on comment. Now I'll get a lot of minus karma points, but fuck it. These are fanboys, so what am I supposed to do? Then blah blah blah. Yeah, sure. They know about this crash for like 2 months. That's basically a storyline follow-up, and like they didn't log anything or didn't mention anything like this glitch to be fixed, and they're working hard on it. They're really working hard on it, and basically that's the story how it goes. You know, would be very surprising to see a new Ghost Recon in the next months or so with more bugs. Okay, then we close this. We open up settings. We go to update. What am I doing already? Yeah, we go to apps. And then you basically wait a little bit. Then you type in Ghost and you deinstall it. And this will take a while. And now you're basically able to play this game in this current form, you know. And transitioning to that, we come to the next issue. It's like let's search out a special image so I can talk about it. I don't think there's even one. Yeah. So the storyline is like basically, I'll spoiler you at this point. Fuck it. You get like stranded on an island. It's like the island is paradise and everything, high tech and shit. And then like terrorists take over the island. It's like a techno utopia. And Jay Scale, the main guy, he's like, how technology can enhance our lives. And then there are some bad guys and they say, this technology is not ours. And it's not Russians this time, amazingly, yeah. And then like Ghost Recon, that's you guys, and you guys fly over with a helicopter, and then everyone gets shot down and almost everyone gets killed except you and some buddies. And the main story is like you have to take back the island from these terrorist guys, but there's also like a revenge component in there. And then there's like a lot of side quests and a lot of other quest stuff, and like basically in the beginning, I wanted to do like the side quests to get more background on the story, but it's more or less every time the same. And then the issue is like these stories. These are like I remember one scene very brightly where like you have to rescue a programming woman, developer woman, and like a drone comes and like the drone shoots her in the leg or something, and then you have to carry her. So just bad guys can appear, and you have like more action. It's like forced action, and the very bad scripted. It's like more porn, It's like a porn movie, and like these kind of story arcs. If you're into that, this trashy kind of storyline, that might be for you. And then there's the issue with basically. I loaded one mission, one main mission that was like, so instead of writing down like what the mission was, there was like a new quest add, like you can see what they've written basically for the storyline, but they didn't fill in the gaps. So you just saw the bare basic cage, what the storyline was. So you kind of look into the game like you're a developer, but it's just buggy as fuck. And then like sometimes you have to rescue some shitty people, and these people are standing right beside you, and drones are coming over you. Basically, that's a cool idea, like drones coming to watch, because everything is technologic on this island. And then you have to lay down on the ground and you take cover, camouflage and all that shit. But you're just laying there in the grass. And this woman right beside you, she can stand there. They know the woman is an escapee, but she's an NPC. That's the important part. This game treats you in every possible way, like you are the player. So you feel it's like, Morrowind and Oblivion and all these games. These are like fully immersive when you compare it to this, because even in those games you don't get like treated so much like the main event, This game like focuses 100% on you. That is totally bullshit, because like also sometimes you have to interrogate people, you have to get information from them. So in order for that, you have to shoot them like in the legs, and then they're laying there, and then you have to pull them up, interrogate them. And basically when you kill one of those people, the mission doesn't fail. Another person appears with that information. If you kill that person, maybe another person appears. If you kill that person, and so on and so on. So the game says the basic concept is like if you do something bad, we'll warn you, but we don't want to let you fail, because if you fail, you feel like you've basically failed, and then you get like depressed, and then you maybe won't like our game, because nowadays games have to be easy, and they have to explain everything for you, and they have to treat you very carefully, because you're a casual, filthy scumfuck gamer. You have only played Minesweeper so far, and even that was too much for your mental state, and that's how the game treats you basically. There are simple as fuck elements, like on one hand you can level up to level 30, and on the other hand you have like a skill tree. With every level you can like expand your skill tree, but you never can fully reach that skill tree. Not so bad, but it's like you almost have everything, but some skill points are missing. I know you can buy that shit. That's the next thing. Microtransactions. I've only read about it. I got the game for free basically, because I bought myself a new PC, but I would never pay for this fucking piece of crap. And next thing is like only level 30, like you get the incentive to collect and kill and explore. But on the other hand, like level 30 is reached, I don't know, like 20 or 30 hours. That's like very, very much in the beginning state of the game. So there's no need for you to level up even. I'd say even at level 2 or 3 you can. If you're good, you can make it through. But the main issue is the fucking snow. It's like, when you see too much snow in this game, and basically like I'd say 50% of the island, the inner core of the island is snow, and even especially the higher region snow level stuff when you look at it, basically you're not allowed to see the snow, and the game crashes again. When you fly with a helicopter over like some jungle or something and reach a certain height, the game crashes. You set your settings low, the game crashes, and all that stuff. Then there is one big other thing, is like you always need to be connected, always, for every fucking thing. So even if you're playing the story just like me, solo, you know, I just want to play solo and that's it. So I'm forced to log in basically when one of those servers dies out in 1 or 2 years because nobody wants to play this shit anymore. Let's imagine somebody will buy this game in 3 years. So they are forced to log in, but there are no servers available. So you spend 60 euro or something like that, or bucks, I don't know, for a broken game that is never ever be repairable, because the main incentive is to be always online, you know. And these are only like 3 or 4 things, like I mentioned, that are really shitty. There's like big addition. There's also like you can, when you collect a weapon, in your main menu you got a gunsmith menu basically, and you can basically put your weapon into pieces. I can't find the proper words right now, you know. You get a weapon and you want to upgrade another weapon, so you take pieces out of a lot of weapons, you know. And the process behind this is you hold the space bar or G button, I don't know, and then like a circle fills up that you press the button, you know, and this will take a while. And let's say you have like 200 weapons in your menu because you collected and you were too lazy to sell this shit. Then you have to wait, and then you can like disintegrate the next weapon, then you can disintegrate the next one, and so on and so on. And this goes basically for everything. You have to hold down the buttons for a certain amount of time, which is like in these newer games they totally jerk off to it, you know. Everyone enjoys that kind of shit, like when you have to hold the spacebar, hold this button, hold this button. Maybe you did it on accidentally, you know. You're not sure. That's why you have to hold the button. You're not sure about anything anymore. You're not sure why you're playing this, you know. Basically, this game is also telling you you're just too basic as fuck to understand what pressing a button will do. And this is like this extends the gameplay to a further amount that you don't want. This slows you down extremely, and there are also like this. In English, it's biovacs. You know, these stations, like basically you have to explore with your binoculars. Then you see on a hill there's a biovac. This is where you have to build a tent, and on this tent, these are basically save points, but there are also other save points. And when you then like enter this biovac, you always have to watch the sequence where you're building up the biovac, except when you're holding the escape key for like 1 or 2 seconds, then it skips right into the menu, and then you are like presented with like you can make preparations for the next battle. Let's say you want more durability, so you have to drink water, or you might want to like better aim. So basically you have like to choose this, and then you are forced to see a fucking sequence where like your character is maybe drinking water for more stamina, or looking at the gun like, and now this fucking person can better aim, because, you know, and you have always forced to watch that fucking shit. Then when you leave your camp, you see like this kind of Far Cry camp, you know, like where it starts on with the horizon and the camp goes down, and then you're basically playing as your character again, and you're always forced to see this shit, and this shit also adds up, and it's like one of the fucking biggest minuses. And all that stuff, you know, all this fucking stuff adds up. Like when you're driving with a bicycle? No, not a bicycle. Like fuck, I can't. What was the fucking word for that? Yeah, motorcycle. When you're driving around with a motorcycle, there's like one cheapish version where it can like reach extreme heights. This is like funny, because like it's buggy as shit, and it still makes fun, you know. There are somewhat accurate physics involved, but Then there's like this enhanced version of a motorcycle. It has like more power, more speed and everything. But the handling, man, the fucking handling. When you like take over, when you get on that motorcycle and you start driving around in the jungle, it's like the wheels are like dipped in oil. And you're sliding everywhere, you know, you're just flying around everywhere. There was like a scene where I just wanted to drive around in a straight line, and I stepped on the motorcycle, and because of that shitty motorcycle, I did some fucking loops and were thrown out and stuff like that, you know. You see animals running around in stones, you know, like they're just lagging there in the stones. And basically, there's like a small component of crafting shit together. Like when you kill drones, you get a lithium battery, and with this lithium battery, you can basically create a C4 bomb. Okay, take it with a grain of salt there, but it's someone makes fun, kind of. But the next thing is like you can enhance your weapons, you know. And the problem with enhancing your weapons is you get like you have a certain weapon level. So basically, when you start the game, you have level 1 pistol, level 1 AK-47, level 1 I don't know, hat, and later on you get like a level 2 pistol and a level 3 helmet and all that shit with special effects and all that. And the thing about this is like on one hand they want you to improve your weapons, on the other hand you have to get to like level 250, and to get to level 250 I'd say it takes about 80 hours. Yeah, basically 80 hours of gameplay where you just get a new better weapon, a new better weapon, a new better weapon. And this game, it throws these new better weapons at every chance it gets into your fucking face. So these one, they light up and they have special effects like aforementioned. And after these 80 hours, the small segment of upgrading your weapons, only after that it basically becomes important. Because if you upgrade right from the start a weapon, and then you just get a better weapon, and then you say, fuck it, I have to drop that shit, you know, I improved it, and makes no fucking sense. So this segment is so fucking chaotic, and a lot of that shit happens, you know. Like sometimes I spawn in areas where I shouldn't. I just wanted to progress, then I was in a stone, you know. And this is all durable and agreeable, and I can live with that shit, you know, to a certain point. But I even played trashy, shitty games. I even knew the shitty mechanics and all that shit involved. And I said, fuck it, as long as I can play it through, I'm fine with that. But then these fucking crashes, and I explicitly wrote Ubisoft, you know. I wrote the support, how about fixing that shit, guys? I paid €0, but I'm already feeling like I'm ripped off. And they say, yeah, we're sorry, dude. We're totally fixing it. Believe us, you know. We're totally not like EA, you know. And yeah, this is why I have to deinstall it now. I played it like for a month, for like, I don't know, 1 hour per day or so. But that's the end of it. Fuck that shit, man. A buddy of mine also gave me a copy of Gears of War 6. So I'll try this one out, and I suppose this will have basically the same result. And what I also don't like is, you know, I'm playing older games right now, and I see how these older games somewhat still look good. And you see like the surroundings, you know. In some certain old games you see your feet basically, in others you don't. And in older games, when you like you shoot on a table, you know, you will see the recoil, and you see the shooting hole, and maybe even if you shoot like glass, it goes it breaks. In the Breakpoint, everything is unbreakable glass, and you fucking can't tell me if like utopian future, this is like the future and everything is drones and technology to enhance our lives, and bad terrorists take over. You can't tell me that everything is bulletproof glass, because this utopian guy would never think of it. And I can't imagine that the cost of bulletproof glass is lower than the cost of casual normal glass, you know, and it's shit like that. And why would they do something like this? Because then you don't have to see glass breaking. Because if you see glass breaking, this might, you know, like 1 or 2% more of the CPU, you know, overload. And not just that, maybe there's new area too of bugs, you know. This is where the game can crash, you know. Maybe they said like, if you never built in this kind of feature, this game can never crash, basically, and shit like that. That's how you get like these vibes. That's what you get. And this is basically my kind of review of the game. Yeah, and I hope you kind of enjoyed it.